Ladies and gentlemen, friends and degens alike, and even you fudders, because we all know a fudder is just a friend who hasn't come around yet. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm trying a new intro here. Let me know in the comments if it's a yay or a nay. But for today's video, guys, I just want to break down this X post from a larger account, Lynk. I saw this the other day and I thought, oh my gosh, this is totally roar. Just about everything Lynk says about meme coins here, it's got a roar connection. So I just want to run through it. And Lynk, if you ever end up seeing this video, come into the Roar Telegram, give a good thorough look into our community. I think that our smaller cap CTO here could make you and your followers a lot of money. But of course, for those of you who are not Lynk, because who knows if he or she will ever see this, just know none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never tell you what to do with your money. And this video is not sponsored by Roaring Kitty Token. Roaring Kitty is a CTO. I'm a community member doing my part to tell the world about this wonderful project. Now, let's get into it. So reading through this here, Meme Coin Course 101, frog face emoji. If you're serious about making money with meme coins, read this post. Trust me, it could change your life. What does the Roaring Kitty community always say about Roar? It could potentially be life-changing. Okay, first of all, stay away from platforms like Pump Fund. The odds are stacked against you, and it's a scammer's paradise. Absolutely, 100% agree. Also, little known fact, Roar has a liquidity pairing with a platform that's like Pump Fund. It's called Mint Club. A lot of people have made tokens paired with Roar. I'll leave a link for that in this video's description if you want to go check that out. But it's a pretty cool utility. It makes Roar act like a layer 1. Moving on. Instead, buy 5 to 6 months old coin. I think that's a typo, but here I just read it out loud. Okay. Buy 5 to 6 month old coins which have had 75 to 90% retracements from all-time highs and also had a double or even triple bottom. He gives an example of Aura or She. I don't know if Lynk's a boy or a girl. Lynk gives the example of Aura and says you can clearly see it had a triple bottom at 1 million. It means that most people aren't willing to sell their tokens under a $1 million market cap. Now, I am still kind of an amateur when it comes to reading charts, but Roar has made enough of a chart over its life. It's longer than a 5 or 6 month old token. That Roar has been around for a few years, but has only been a CTO for the last, I don't know, 17 months, spring of last year. But if you look at Roar's chart, okay, so this is where it wasn't a CTO. It became a CTO somewhere in here, but since making this chart, you can see where people aren't willing to sell their token. So you have like the bottom in here around 0.0013. Then after all this excitement, you make a new consolidation here around 0.002. And now it almost looks like we're forming new support at 0.003. Holder count has been going up, so that's likely part of the reason there. But it's just kind of understanding chart patterns here. We will get back to what Lynk was saying. If I can find my place here. Yeah. Your chance of losing money is extremely thin compared to your chance of making money. Once again, it's just an example. You can see the same pattern with dozens of memes like Ponky or Nub. At the end of the day, it's just pattern recognition. All right, so go back to Roar's chart. So if it's consolidating here, Lynk is saying a double bottom. I think Lynk is saying double or triple bottom because of the potential for upside movement after that forms on the chart. But I mean, if you got consolidation, and you buy in at consolidation, you have a very small chance of your investment going down. Lynk does some math here. Let's say you invest 5,000 into Aura at 1 million and your target is 50 million, the previous all-time high. You don't expect the price to drop more than 50% from here. That's the absolute worst case scenario. Basically, you're risking $2,500, 50% of 5,000 to make $150,000. That is a 1 out of 75th risk reward. Pretty darn good, right? We'll just do some math for Roar here. So we'll pass up on this newer bottom that might be forming and just go to the next level down around 0.0022. So that's a little more than half of where Roar is at right now. So if you get in right now on Roar, say you risk $1,000, you might lose a little more than 500 if it falls down here. But then what do you gain? What's your reward that you gain? The all-time high is just right under 0.0016. So let's see if I can do math in public. So you'd risk $500 to turn your $1,000 into $3,500, and if it breaks all-time high and runs, so a penny for Roar is a $10 million market cap. Say you put a target at $20 million at a $20 million market cap, thinking that could be an easy goal to reach should it break its all-time high. That would be a 1/8 risk reward. So numbers are still pretty good if you ask me. Yeah. So what would that be for dollars? Let's see. So $1,000 for Roar right now would get you around 222,200 tokens. And then if you just times that by 2 cents, because that is 20 million, that'd be $4,400. So you'd turn $1,000 into $4,400. All right. So back to what Lynk is saying. Like I said, when you're buying a double or triple bottom, your chance of losing money is very small compared to new pump fund means. Also, make sure you're not buying a dead coin. Check the socials, etc. If the community is strong and it's down 80% from the all-time high, you're buying a double or triple bottom, get a bag. Yeah, so Lynk says if you're down 80% from the all-time high, get a bag. What's 80% of this all-time high? The 80% retracement is down here. So doing the math off of 0.0016 to 0.0022 or 24, that's ballpark 80% down here. This is the 80% retracement. So we've already had the 80% retracement, Roar has, and now we are moving back up again. So that's bullish. That is bullish. And as for the strong community, like I highlighted this because the Roar community is super strong. Here's an example. So here recently on the Surf and Crypto X, Surf and Crypto is a YouTuber. He does a lot of chart analytics. He's actually pretty good. I will leave his link to his YouTube channel in the description if you guys want to check him out. But Roar was in a heck of a fight with Fartboy for a free YouTube video. And Fartboy, let's look at Fartboy's X here. 14,000 followers. And if you look at Fartboy on Deck Screener, this was taken from the link tree on the X. You see it's at around a $20 million market cap and over 12,000 holders. I mean, we go back to Roar here on Dex Tools. We have, $4.5 million market cap and, a little more than 1,300 holders. So we are a lot smaller, and we totally, out of 616 votes, we totally beat Fartboy. Like this just goes to show how strong and resilient the Roaring Kitty community is. And like, if you just hop in the Telegram's active every day. There's always people in the Telegram, always people posting on X. The X account itself is very, very active. I mean, shoot, look at this. A community member made a Roaring Kitty anthem. Isn't that... I don't know of many other meme coins that have their own anthem. So, obviously, the community is alive and well. Look at that. Top gainer from the other day. Oh, that's today. That's 5 hours ago. Holy cow. All right. Good job, Roar. So, community's active and alive. Strong community with Roar. All right, let's get back to this. So, He goes on to say, or she, I don't know if Lynk is a guy or a girl. Lynk goes on to say, you can always take the initial out at a 2 to 3x to feel safer. It sounds hard, I know. You will probably get bombarded by influencers every day telling you to buy 100 different coins, but trust me, most of them are just looking to enrich themselves. Do not FOMO, ignore the noise, and start looking for meme coins by yourself. Add 500 quality meme coins to your watch list and wait for bottoms to form. I hope this helps. So I agree with that. Like a lot of influencers, they're totally out for themselves. So because there's this game that's played where a lot of influencers, they'll get free tokens given to them by the dev or the team that's behind some asset, and the influencers will pump the price of that asset to a certain point where they will then sell and dump on the chart and hurt the very subscribers that they lured into buying that meme coin. I mean, I've been smoked by it before. Thankfully, it was only like $50 that I lost. But, you know, I've learned that this game exists and is played so often. Roar is not an asset that is to be played, okay? Roaring Kitty token was inspired by Keith Gill, the man who lit a fire under retail investors, taking GameStop to the moon, and showed the world that regular investors can fight back against Wall Street and win. That is the essence of Roaring Kitty token, all right? But like in crypto. So like we as a community, we're tired of watching insiders win. We're tired of either being exit liquidity or seeing these huge YouTubers pump an asset just to dump on the very people that they convinced to buy in. I mean, we as a community think that that is morally wrong, and there are no free tokens given to anyone in this community. You buy a bag and you work for it. And it's a proven model. Shiba Inu arguably set the standard for rating and shilling by their historic run last cycle. But like when I say CTO, community tokens, community run and ran, like Shib has a team and they're building this amazing stuff. But like community tokens, I think of Turbo, I think of SPX 6900, where the community owns and runs the project. You buy a bag, you shill your bag, and that is a model that works. And the fact that Roar is a growing community, like a lot of people in Roar think that it's just a matter of time until this asset really takes off. So yeah, things are great. Roar is built on a proven model, and no free tokens given to anyone. Another thing that I was trying to think about like here a few seconds ago, and I had a brain lapse. I've actually seen in the Telegram a couple times. It comes up in discussion that there are influencers that reach out to community leaders, and they want free tokens to talk about Roar. Like they want to talk about Roar, but it's like they should get some free tokens if they're going to talk about Roar, because it's like that's what they're used to. And all the time, community leaders, they just say no free tokens in this project. You buy a bag and you work for it. And yeah, so this is a really strong community here. Lynk, if you watch this video all the way through, I hope you really look into the project. Where it is now, around a $4.5 million market cap at the time of recording, I'd say this is one for your watch list. But the community really doesn't have a larger influencer yet, so maybe, Lynk, maybe buy a bag and join the community, working for it day in and day out. I really believe that when this CTO lands a big fish, it's going to make big moves, because I would think, given the aspects around this project, it's almost like a no-brainer for someone big to come into this project, bring his or her subs with them, and make a lot of money themselves and for their following. But then, I don't know. These big subscribers, seems like all they want is free tokens. But yeah, Roar is 100% against giving free tokens to anyone. 100% of the supply is on the market. I mean, the top wallet is like 4% or something. At least it was. We've had a lot of buys. Oh, I already have it up. Yep, 4%. So, not really. It's not like the top wallet is like 40%. And holder count's still pretty low. I mean, this is early. This is early. So yeah, and for those of you who may want to keep looking into Roar, I will post a video link in the video description. It's a video I posted a while back entitled "A Case for Roar Revised." If you like some other starting points to go off of while you do your own research on this asset, it's a video. I just detailed a lot of things that the project had accomplished up to that point, and there's been so much more that has happened. I should really probably make another video. Like Roar, for example. Roar was on Ethereum, got bridged to Shibarium, but Roar also wormholed over to Solana. So now we're multi-chain on 3 chains. But anyways, guys, that is all I got for you. This is actually a pretty cool account. I will leave Lynk's account in the video description if you don't follow Lynk. And yeah, guys, if you made it all the way through to this video, you can tell me about my intro, like I said in the beginning, or maybe just comment Roar, Roar to the moon, comment something about Roar, or my intro, or both. But yeah, I will see ya in the next one. Bye, guys.